Hello,
Yeah.
my name's Charles Brennan. I'm the editor-in-chief of the International Journal of Food Science and Technology. And welcome to the latest Coffee with the Editor episode. And with me today, we're in Wuhan at the moment. I'm visiting a good friend and colleague of mine, Professor Shan He from which university are you from?
Charles Darwin
Charles
University,
Darwin
Australia.
University. Thank you very much. And we're here to talk about a paper that you published in IJFST a few years ago
Mm.
about different seaweeds and the phenolic compounds of different seaweeds and how they're useful in terms of food and ingredients and nutrition. So, why are you interested in seaweeds?
Okay, first, thanks for accepting my research, my paper, on my teamwork. Um, Seaweed is a kind of undervalued seaweed ocean treasure. Yeah, think about the vegetable on the on, the, from the soil, lots of like nutrients inside. Seaweed, we can call it like the super nutritious vegetable in the ocean. That's why I'm interested in seaweed.
Okay. And
Yeah.
and what does it taste like to you?
It taste can be awful, can be awesome, depends on how you cook. Yeah, I mean, before in Australia, Australian, it's a great country. I'm glad I'm staying in this beautiful country, but somehow the cooking here sucks. Before, I feel like the best way of cooking seaweed is from my mom. Now, uh, it's changed. It's from my beloved girlfriend.
Uh-huh. And how's that then? How do you cook your seaweed? How would your mum prepare your seaweed?
My mom prepares seaweed. Use the kind of the Chinese traditional way. It's like cook high temperature. Yeah, but the things like high temperature always kill the nutrition. So actually now I prefer to cook cold dishes of the seaweed. So if you look at the processing method of this paper,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
all cold processing, no heat processing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because what you're looking at is the different phenolic compounds in 7 different seaweeds, were you?
7 different
Gosh,
seaweed.
okay.
And I would like to introduce a little bit of my uni first. It's Charles Darwin University from the coast region of Australia.
Mhm.
There are lots of seaweed
Yeah.
and crocodile over there. Yeah, I love seaweed over crocodile because we eat seaweed for nutrition. Crocodile eat us for nutrition.
But in terms of that nutrition for seaweed, so why is seaweed so nutritious to us?
Okay, nobody want to get older. Everybody want to stay younger. So there's something called anti-aging.
Hmm.
So what's exactly the anti-aging compound?
Yeah.
It's kind of something called polyphenol. Yeah. So in seaweed, the polyphenol content is kind of 2 to 3 times higher than many vegetables from the soil. So that's why that's why it draws us great attention on seaweed research, especially for us in Australia. We treat seaweed as a waste, and it's definitely not a waste. It's kind of the ocean bioresource we should highly value.
So you're using renewable sources
Yeah.
in terms of from the ocean.
Yeah.
You're using waste products
Yeah.
potentially,
Hmm.
and they're good for our health. So it sounds like a win-win-win-win-win-win.
Win for everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But how do the polyphenols?
Yeah. Yeah.
How do the polyphenols work in our digestion system?
The polyphenols, we have to absorb polyphenol, so we brought to our body to make our feel younger. So this paper is like we just studied the seven typical kind of seaweed in our body, where to absorb in stomach, in intestine, and how much polyphenol inside, and how much polyphenol can be absorbed into your body. So we use the digestion simulated digestion system. One called gastric test, or another called intestinal test, and we found most of the polyphenol got absorbed from our stomach for seaweed polyphenol. So basically, in a nutshell, that's the result of this paper.
Okay. And they go through the gut membrane, do they, and absorb to the bloodstream?
Yeah.
And how do we then use those? That we use those as antioxidants, you said?
It is antioxidant. Yeah.
And what do antioxidants do for us?
Antioxidant, we're getting older because something called this kind of the oxidation, this kind of reaction. So antioxidant is a compound to stop this reaction. So make every one of us delayed aging, looking younger.
Yeah.
So basically, yeah.
And you're looking very young today.
As young as you.
Thank you. And how would you use this in terms of industry? Could industry use seaweeds in food products?
Good question. Definitely, yes. Yeah. And so far, I found like many of the seaweed products in the market, just snack, it's like seaweed, this kind of a snack, which is high temperature processing, all the nutrition is already gone. So our endeavor is like we make seaweed product, but keep nutrition. And I'm specifically like to bridge the gap between the research and commercialization. We've already made some kind of seaweed biscuit, seaweed noodle, cold processing, and but from cold processing, next, Charles, I will give you the gift, and maybe I can cook for you. We can have a seaweed meal, buffet, party, something like that. And so in this kind of seaweed biscuit, seaweed noodle, the antioxidative compound like polyphenol is well preserved. So yeah, so that's a product we've already made. Next time, if I have the pleasure to have a coffee chat with you again, I will show the product. And another interesting story, we've also made a seaweed gin.
Seaweed gin?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, to use the gin to make cocktail. Yeah. Okay. Next time.
I must admit that gin isn't necessarily one of my favorite liqueurs. I'm much more of an old-fashioned whiskey sort of person, but that goes, yeah. But so if you were talking about this paper to someone in the public, someone that you meet in the street, and you were trying to explain your research very simply in 5 seconds or 10 seconds, how would you do it to a camera, let's say?
Okay, I will prepare my product, seaweed product. First 1 or 2 seconds, I show the product to lure them in. And the second, and then I will explain my research to them. Within probably more than 5 seconds, I would not use the technical jargon, which, and use the kind of normal layman language. I would just say this, it's a seaweed product with polyphenol inside to make you look younger. Excellent. As simple as that. Yeah.
Excellent. Well, I'm sure there's a lot more that we can talk about this paper.
Yep.
And I'll put a link to the paper at the end of this podcast for you so that you can download the paper if you want to and read a little bit more about seaweeds, their polyphenols, their nutritional aspects, and also it's really good how to apply them into an industry situation. But in the meantime, Shan, thank you very much. We'll drink a cup of coffee and we might go and have some seaweed biscuits maybe.
We will. And the next time, Charles, seaweed whiskey for you.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers.